There was once a fisherman who lived with his wife in a shabby little hut right next to the sea. Every day, he'd go out fishing. One afternoon, as he sat by the shore with his rod, watching the sunlight sparkle on the waves, his float suddenly got pulled deep underwater. When he reeled it in, he had caught a huge fish. But the fish spoke and said, "Please let me go. I'm not a regular fish. I'm a prince under a spell. Just toss me back in and let me swim away." "Oh, the man said, "a talking fish. All right, no need to say more. I don't want any trouble from a talking fish. So swim away, sir, as soon as you please." And with that, he let the fish slip back into the sea, where it disappeared beneath the waves, leaving a faint trail of red behind it. When the fisherman got home to the rundown hut, he told his wife all about the fish, how he'd caught it, what it said, and how he let it go because it could talk. "And did you ask for anything?" his wife snapped. "We're stuck, living in this disgusting hut. And you let a magical fish go without asking for something better? Go back and tell him we want a cozy little cottage." The man didn't love the idea, but off he went. When he got back to the sea, the water looked strange, greenish yellow, and a little eerie. He stood at the edge and called out, "Oh, man of the sea, please listen to me. My wife, Ilsabil, won't rest until you grant her a wish, if you will." The fish swam up and asked, "What does your wife want?" The man sighed. "Well, she says, I should have asked you for something when I let you go. She's tired of living in our horrible little hut and wants a nice cottage." "Go home," said the fish. "She's already got one." Sure enough, when the man got back, there stood his wife in front of a neat, tidy little cottage. Come in," she said proudly. "Isn't this so much better than that filthy hut?" Inside, there was a living room, a bedroom, a kitchen, and even a small garden full of flowers and fruit. Out back, there were ducks and chickens running around. "Ah," the man said, "how happily we shall live now." "We will try to do so, at least," said his wife. For a week or two, things were peaceful. Then Ilsabil said, "This place is too small. The garden's tiny and the yard's cramped. I want a big stone castle. Go ask the fish." "Do we really need more?" the fisherman said. "This cottage is lovely, and I don't like the idea of asking him for more, as I think he may get angry. Shouldn't we just be content?" "Nonsense," said his wife. "That fish won't mind. Go on, ask for a castle." So off he trudged again, feeling uneasy. This time the sea looked a dull blue and felt heavy with gloom, even though the weather was calm. He stood at the edge and called, "Oh, man of the sea, please listen to me. My wife, Ilsabil, won't rest until you grant her a wish, if you will." The fish appeared. "What does she want now?" The man sighed. "She wants a stone castle." "Go home then," said the fish. "She's standing at the gate already." And there she was, standing in front of a grand castle with tall gates. "Isn't this amazing?" she said. Inside, the rooms were filled with gold furniture, grand chandeliers, and rich carpets. Servants waited on them, and out back was a vast park with deer, sheep, goats, and hares. There were stables and cowsheds, too. "Well," said the fisherman, "we'll surely live happily now." "Maybe," said his wife. But let's sleep on it before we settle. The next morning, Ilsabil nudged him awake. Get up. I've decided. I want to be king of the land. What? Why should we want that? Asked the fisherman. I don't want to be king. Well, I do, she snapped. Go ask the fish. I want to be king. The man went off, even sadder than before. This time the sea was dark grey and choppy, with white foam curling on the waves. He stood at the shore and recited, "O man of the sea, please listen to me. My wife, Ilsabil, won't rest until you grant her a wish, if you will." What now? Asked the fish. My wife wants to be king, the man replied quietly. Go home, said the fish. She already is. And when he got back, there were trumpets playing and soldiers marching. His wife sat on a golden throne, wearing a jeweled crown, flanked by tall handmaidens in royal gowns. So are you king now? He asked. Yes, I am, she said. Ah, wife, said the fisherman. What a fine thing it is to be king. Now we shall never have anything more to wish for as long as we live. We'll see, said Ilsabil. I'm king, it is true. But I am beginning to be tired of that, and I think I would like to be emperor. Alas, wife, why should you wish to be emperor? Said the fisherman. Husband, she said, go to the fish. I said I want to be emperor. Ah, wife, replied the fisherman, the fish cannot make you an emperor, I'm sure. And I don't want to ask him for such a thing. I'm king, said Ilsabil, and you are my slave. So go at once. So off he went again, grumbling to himself. This can't end well. The fish is going to get fed up, and then we shall be sorry for what we have done. This time the sea was black and thick like oil. Winds howled and waves crashed hard. Still he called out, "O man of the sea, please listen to me. My wife, Ilsabil, won't rest until you grant her a wish, if you will." What now? Said the fish. She wants to be emperor, the fisherman whispered. Go home, said the fish. She already is. Back home, his wife now sat on an even taller throne, all made of solid gold. Her crown towered above her head, and she was surrounded by guards and nobles of every size, from towering giants to tiny dwarfs. Dukes and lords bowed before her. Are you emperor now? The fisherman asked. I am, she replied confidently. Ah, said the man as he gazed upon her. What a fine thing it is to be emperor. Husband, she replied, why should we stop at being emperor? I would like to be pope next. Oh, wife, he cried, how can you be pope? There's only one pope at a time. I don't care, she replied. I will be pope this very day. But, said the husband, the fish cannot make you pope. What nonsense, she shouted. If he can make an emperor, he can make a pope. Go and try him. So the fisherman went once more. A storm was brewing. The sea was a mess of towering waves and red skies. Thunder rolled, and lightning cracked through the clouds. The man could barely stand as he cried out, "O man of the sea, please listen to me. My wife, Ilsabil, won't rest until you grant her a wish, if you will." What now? The fish asked. She wants to be pope, the man replied, shaking with fear. Go home, said the fish. She already is. And when he returned, Ilsebil sat on a throne that reached the clouds. She wore not one, but 3 giant crowns. Around her were burning lights, some as tall as towers, others as small as candles. Choirs sang, and church bells rang. "Wife?" the man asked. "Are you Pope now?" "I am," she said proudly. "Well, that must be the highest there is. Surely you'll be content now?" "I'll think about it," she said. That night, Ilsebil couldn't sleep. She tossed and turned, wondering what more she could be. As dawn broke and the sun rose through the window, she suddenly sat up and said, "Why can't I stop the sun from rising?" She shook her husband awake. "Go to the fish and tell him I want to be the ruler of the sun and moon." The fisherman, half asleep, tumbled out of bed in shock. "What? Are you serious? You're already the Pope?" "I won't rest," she snapped, "until I control the sun and moon. Go." So he went trembling. The sky had turned black and the storm was raging harder than ever. Trees were uprooted, the sea rose like mountains, crowned with crashing foam. The fisherman clung to the rocks and cried out, "Oh, man of the sea, please listen to me. My wife, Ilsebil, won't rest until you grant her a wish, if you will." "What does she want now?" the fish asked. "She wants to be lord of the sun and moon," the man said faintly. "Go home to your pigsty again," said the fish. And there they live to this very day.